Hi everyone, I'm Heidi with Onigo Stamping. Welcome to my craft corner. I'm so excited that you could join me today because I have a really awesome product to share with you. It's the new water painters from Stampin Up. We're going to make some really cool backgrounds with them, and I'm going to show you some cards that I made using those backgrounds. Before I get started, if you don't already have a Stampin Up demonstrator and you have questions or need help ordering, I would love to be your demonstrator and help you out. You can go ahead and leave a question below, send me an email, whatever you need. All of the links for the supplies used today, as well as some cutting dimensions and pictures of the cards I'm going to show you, are available on my website. All right, Onigo, let's get stamping. So today I wanted to share some information with you about our new water painters. Now in the past we have carried aqua painters, which are very similar, but I love these even more for a couple reasons. First off, they're cheaper. So the old aqua painters used to come in a 2-pack for $17. The new water painters come in a 3-pack for $12. So it's a really great deal. The other thing I really love about these new brushes is that there is a new flat, wide brush that I want to show you. So this is that one right here, and you can see that it has a much wider brush, and this is really fun, not just for coloring things in, but what I'm going to show you today for making backdrops. So before I get started with the water brushes, I just pulled out some different colors of re-inkers, and for this I like to use colors that are kind of similar to each other. So I have some Bermuda Bay, some Coastal Cabana, and some Granny Apple Green. And I'm just going to put some ink here on some clear blocks. All right. And now I'm going to start with that wide brush. There's also 2 other brushes as well. One is kind of a medium brush, and the other one is a very small brush. So they're really great, different sizes, fun to use. So let's start with that big brush and see this fun kind of background technique that we're going to do with it. One of the differences with the water painters versus the aqua painters is the way that you take off the top. So there's water in here. To get the water in, normally it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, right? That's the way we've always learned it. These are backwards. So to take it off, you actually want to turn it to the right, and then the tip comes off. And you can just fill that with regular water. And then to twist it back on, you have to remember it turns to the left. So it's very backwards. When you go to start using this, you want to get the water to get started in your brush. And you just do that by pushing on the brush a little bit and holding it down. And it will start going down, and you'll be able to kind of see it in here as it goes down and it comes into the brush tip, and then you can see it come right in. And you just want to make sure that's going nicely. And with these water painters, at times you're going to find when you start doing the watercoloring that it seems like it's not getting enough water. Just go ahead and push it again and get that water flowing. So I just have a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch Whisper white cardstock. This is just regular cardstock. This technique would probably work even better with some watercolor paper, or even with the heavy cardstock or the shimmery white cardstock. I'm kind of running low on all those right now, so I just used the regular Whisper white cardstock and kind of just went quickly, and it worked out pretty well. So get my water going, and I'm going to start, I think this was the Coastal Cabana, and I'm just going to take this and make, I think this is Bermuda Bay. I'm just going to take and make some wave on my piece of paper. All right, and when I want to switch colors, so I'm going to make a big mess of this piece of paper today. When I want to switch colors, I just push out more water and just kind of wipe that out. And as it gets more and more water in it, that color will start to come out. That's good enough for now though. So I'm going to pick up my second color, And I'm just gonna do the second one. Now, can you see how I'm getting like some white spots? I think there's just not enough water, so I'm gonna go ahead and push a little bit more water down in there. And then I'm just gonna come back over it. So just doing a second line over top of those lines. And again, not getting enough water, so just squeeze some more water down in there and come back in. All right. And then I'm gonna squeeze that out a little more. Kind of push those colors out a little bit. Because now I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna pick up that Granny Apple Green. And I'm just gonna add that in. And just going right in between the other waves that I already have there. Coming in on the bottom and filling in on the top. Pushing some more water through there and just filling that one in too. So, and that's just a fun, really fun wavy watercolor background, right? So there's one. You could also do straight stripes. Another thing I love to do is making plaid. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside. I'm gonna kind of use the same colors. I'm gonna set aside, I'm gonna skip the Granny Apple Green this time, and I'm gonna stick with the Coastal Cabana. I'm gonna add a little bit more of that. And the Bermuda Bay. And this time, I am going to use some Mango Melody. So a lot of times when I'm working, I will choose two colors that are very similar to each other, like the Coastal Cabana and the Bermuda Bay, which are both kind of blue colors. And then I'll come in with maybe a third color that's very different. So in this case, the Mango Melody. Once again, I'm just gonna push some water through there, get rid of some of that green. And I'm gonna grab another sheet of 5.5 by 4.25 inch Whisper White cardstock. I'm gonna start with the Mango Melody. And I am just going to paint some lines on there, quick and easy. They're mostly straight. I find actually the faster you go, the straighter your lines kind of are. If you try to go too slow, they definitely will not be straight. And I'm just gonna come in. Again, keep pushing water down into there. All right, so now I have kind of a checkerboard there. And now I'm gonna come in with my other water brushes, water painters, and I am going to add some different colors. So I'm gonna use the medium one. I'm gonna push some water down into there. Ooh, there we go. And I'm going to grab some Coastal Cabana. And I'm just gonna add that color in. In a thinner line. So just add a bunch of those lines in. Again, if it's too light on one side, you can come back in and fill it back in. I'm gonna go up and down as well. Now the paper is buckling a little bit, but when this dries, you can just kind of flatten it out, and when you glue it down on top of another piece of cardstock, a lot of that will get glued down and that will hold it flat as well. So now I'm going to grab the smallest of my little aqua brushes, or water brushes, sorry. Water painters. I keep forgetting what these are called. You know how that happens? And I'm just going to grab some Bermuda Bay. And now I'm going to go right over my Mango Melody. Maybe I'll do some lines in here too. Do a few different lines. find it's easier for me to go a little bit straighter when I go side to side than up and down, but you got to figure out what works for you. So just real quick and easy, making a fun watercolor background. So just a fun plaid that I made that you can see there as well. Now I do cut the papers a little bit bigger than what I finally want to use them as, because you'll notice, you can see here and then on this one too, the edges sometimes kind of pick up a little bit extra color. So if you make them a little bit bigger, then you have plenty of space to cut those down. All right, so let's look at some projects I made with using these techniques. The first card I have, you can see the background on here. I colored that with Petal Pink, Flirty Flamingo, and Mango, and Melon Mambo. Sorry, I almost forgot. And then I used the Cute Fruit stamp set. So isn't that fun? Just a really fun little background there behind the fruit. My second one, for this one, I used the Petal Pink and the Melon Mambo, and then I added in a little bit of the Coastal Cabana. And I was trying to go for kind of like a grapefruit color. Not sure it quite worked. I'm not sure I really like those grapefruit slices stamped back there, but it's kind of fun. Again, that's with the Cute Fruit stamp set. My third sample, I did that wave technique, and you can see this is when I think I decided that I really needed to make those pieces of paper bigger so I could cut off the edges, but you get the idea. And for this, I used the Nothing's Better Than stamp set and the dies that match. I used a little bit of the shimmery crystal effects on top of the drinks in that glass. So I don't know if you can see it, but they have a little bit of glitter on them and they're raised up and shiny. So, and then I used the, oh, what's it called? It's a new alphabet die set, and it is called Playful Alphabet, and it's really great. And I used the foam adhesive, right? The foam adhesive sheets that we now have. So those are really fun too, to add that to the front. And then my last one is using a plaid. And so you can see, you know, even when your plaid's not perfectly straight, it's okay. You're going to cover up a bunch of it. It's not going to show. It doesn't have to be perfect. It gives it that fun watercolor look. Here, this is Mango Melody, Pumpkin Pie, and then I think I used a little Melon Mambo on here to kind of give it that extra little bit of pinky color. I used the, oh man, can't ever remember the name of the stamp sets. The Country Home stamp set for the greeting, right? That's the Country Home. And then this is the Celebrate Sunflower stamp set that I added on there as well. So just a really quick and easy card. I hope you have enjoyed these background techniques that I shared with you today, and have learned a little bit about the new water painters. And I really hope you'll give these a try. They're really, really fun. Again, when you get done, just push that water through there. You can take it under the sink and wash it out too, just like you would a normal brush. But you want to, you know, get the color out. And then with this one especially, be careful when you're putting on the top so that you don't push the bristles the wrong way, and just push the top on. Store them upright so that the water isn't sitting in the brush. It will flow back into the tank underneath. And it's all ready to go for next time. Perfect for traveling, perfect to just keep at your stamp desk. Once again, if you ever need help with anything, or you have questions about stamping or about stamping products, please let me know. I would be happy to help you. You can leave a comment below or send me an email. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And if you enjoyed this video, click like, share it, become a subscriber. Thanks again for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.